welcome to the University of South Carolina College of Pharmacy Podcast, our first podcast of 2026. I'm your host, Margaret Gregory, and we're pleased to have our Dean Stephen Cutler join us to start off this podcast new year and share a look back at 2025 and talk a little bit about what's ahead in 2026. Dean Cutler, thank you for being with us.
Margaret, thank you. I really appreciate the opportunity to provide updates on the College of Pharmacy, where we were, where we are, and where we're going. So thank you for the opportunity to do this.
Let's start with a recap. The college has had so much to celebrate in the past year. So tell us about some of those things that we've been able to accomplish this past year.
Certainly. When I reflect on the past year, 2025, it was truly one of growth, momentum, and celebration for the College of Pharmacy. I would say one of the most significant accomplishments that we had this past year was our reaccreditation from the Accreditation Council for Pharmacy Education. They awarded us the full 8 years. That's the maximum number of years that a College of Pharmacy can receive with an accreditation from ACPE. And that really speaks to the strengths of our academic programs, how we're educating PharmD students, the dedication of our faculty and staff to the development and education of those students. And accreditation is not just a box to check. It takes a lot of effort. And I will say for the listening audience that the amount of time the College of Pharmacy spent in drafting and writing its self-study took about 2 years. So it's a wonderful accomplishment.
That's a lot of time and effort.
It is a lot of time and effort. And it's just a great accomplishment by our team. And I'm so proud and so happy for the College of Pharmacy.
Some of the other things that we've focused on and talked about, in fact, it was one of our top-rated stories for the year, the fact that we have researchers who are among the most cited researchers, according to a report. Talk a little bit about that.
We've had a remarkable year as it relates to research. We continue to grow our federal funding. This year we ranked number 20 among national colleges of pharmacy, and that's based off a third-party assessment of all colleges of pharmacy in the U.S. So we're especially proud of that, and we're proud of several faculty members who are among some of the most highly cited researchers globally. So worldwide, these individuals are having a remarkable impact on advancing scholarly activity, and those faculty members include Drs. Charlie Bennett, Lauren Hofseth, Campbell McInnes, Igor Ronenson, Mike Wyatt, and Ishmael Unisi. This impact illustrates that our faculty are among the best in the world in advancing medical research.
In addition, we've had some significant grants come through for the College of Pharmacy this year. Dr. Chiaris, Dr. Porcu, a significant grant with Dr. Wyatt in talking about curing kids' cancer. Tell us more about those.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful year, and over the past several years, we have quadruple funding in the College of Pharmacy. And you highlight some of the key ones. Those each are a remarkable accomplishment. So Dr. Chiaris, he received $2.5 million from the National Institutes of Health in what's called an R24 award. The R represents research. So the R24 award is not an easy one to get. That particular one is focused on studying infectious diseases, which is increasingly important because less drug companies are investing in researching that particular area. Dr. Porcu, who is one of our recent hires, she's been here a couple of years, earned her first R01, another R-type award from NIH. That is a gold standard among researchers across the United States. And she received $2.5 million from NIH, and she's going to study how adolescent light environments influence brain development. It's just a remarkable award and a remarkable individual. And, of course, you mentioned Mike Wyatt. He received $5 million in a partnership with Prisma Health Children's Hospital to advance research in pediatric cancers. That funding comes from Curing Kids' Cancer. It's an initiative that a lady, she's a remarkable individual, Miss Owens, has in advancing anti-cancer research in children. And so it's a partnership with Dr. Stuart Kramer, who is a pediatric oncologist at Prisma. He's also on the faculty at the University of South Carolina School of Medicine. And that particular award will help translate into clinical practice compounds that our faculty in the College of Pharmacy are developing. So we're really excited about that particular award. Moreover, this is the type of impact that we're seeing with our faculty, and it's also why we're now in the top 20 among schools or colleges in the United States.
In addition to our faculty, our students are doing amazing things. I'm amazed every day, actually, when I hear some of the stories that I have the fortune to be able to tell about what our students are accomplishing.
This really warms my heart, and you're right. We've got some remarkable students. I'll add in, this is the reason why I went into higher education, is for students. I'm so student-centric. Allie Nielsen, Sabina Singing, they were awarded a CVS, American Association of Colleges of Pharmacy scholarships totaling $20,000. That's remarkable accomplishment for students anywhere, and we're proud that those two are part of our college. I'd also add that for the fourth consecutive year, our Kennedy Pharmacy Innovation Center, KPIC, those students placed in the top 3 nationally in the Good Neighbor Pharmacy NCPA Pruitt-Shute Business Plan Competition. And I will add, 2 years ago, we won the national championship. So these achievements both reflect the talent and the preparation of students within the College of Pharmacy. I'm extremely proud of them.
And lots more to come in that arena, I know, because our students are doing wonderful things every day. Let's talk a little bit about what it takes to lead these students, the faculty that we have who have joined the staff.
We've got a remarkable group of faculty and staff at the College of Pharmacy, and it is a pleasure for me to serve them. And that's how I look at it. I serve them because they're the ones that really are driving the growth of the college, and they're driving the education and professional development of our students. This past year, we welcomed 5 new colleagues with expertise in critical care, mental health, genomics, pharmaceutics, and pharmacology. And they bring new excitement to the college. These new hires include Doctors Victoria Harmon, Lauren Weir, Max Chin, John Holliday, and Rianne Carrier. And at the same time, I will add, we're expanding our residency and fellowship training program, which is part of the education of students, whether they're enrolled in our program or they're postgraduate, post-PharmD degreed, and they just want to advance further in their understanding. And we have done this, and we've had a good focus in rural communities and rural health. So we have new partnerships with McLeod Health in Florence and Self Regional Healthcare in Greenwood. Additionally, we hired an academic fellow, Dr. Nicole Sunshine, to help advance this work. And these efforts help ensure access to care in rural and underserved areas of South Carolina while training the next generation of pharmacists where they're needed the most. And so we're especially proud of what our faculty and staff are doing.
So 2025 was a great year, but what's coming up for 2026?
Yeah, you gotta keep moving, that's for sure. 2025 has been a great year. As we look forward to 2026, our focus is going to be on preparing students for the future of pharmacy. Artificial intelligence is going to be part of that. That's growing very rapidly. And I would add that another exciting step in the development of our curricular programs includes new courses that will prepare students for independent pharmacy ownership and management. And this will give them the business and leadership skills that they will need to thrive in that environment. I'm very focused on this, and I'm very supportive of advancing that particular aspect in opportunities for our students to develop those skills. I'll also add that this year the Board of Trustees and President Amaritas have made the College of Pharmacy a priority for a new building. Probably the best kept secret in the college today. This initiative is the #1 capital request to the South Carolina General Assembly. The proposed site would be out on Bull Street where the healthcare campus is being constructed. We know that currently the School of Medicine is going to be relocated there, probably next fall. And then also the state of South Carolina has committed to the development of a neurological hospital and a rehabilitation center on that site. And so what will be good for the University of South Carolina College of Pharmacy is to be integrated in that community and to co-educate our students side by side with School of Medicine students. So we're really excited about that future. We'll know more about that later this spring.
I know that integrating all of these fields together is of significant importance, especially as we try to focus on how we're moving healthcare forward in South Carolina.
Absolutely.
One word comes to mind in all of this that we've talked about, and it all seems to center back to a focus that I know has been very important to you as you've led the College of Pharmacy, but talking about how we prepare students not only for their practicing areas of pharmacy, but in how they move the profession forward in their leadership roles and their advocacy roles.
Margaret, I'm glad you asked that question because this is so important to me. It's not just about the didactic education that we provide students. It's the other type of education that we provide them, and that is to be leaders in the field of pharmacy, to be advocates for pharmacy. And so leadership, education, and development is embedded throughout our program. And one of the biggest and the only one of its kind in the United States is the Walker Leadership Scholars Program. This develops high-capacity students to be leaders. The development is on a national level. Really excited about the program because it puts students in front of national leaders, not just in pharmacy, but national leaders who are helping to drive the United States. In addition, this year, we made the commitment to provide every student enrolled in the College of Pharmacy with a membership with the South Carolina Pharmacy Association. We see that as a wonderful opportunity to develop our students while partnering with our State Pharmacy Association. Additionally, our college uses national platforms to further develop the leadership skills of our students, and this is paying dividends. 3 of our students, Mackenzie Harris, Abby Otto, and Grace Thompson, were selected for the Phi Lambda Sigma Collegiate Leader Academy. I mean, that's a testament to what we're doing with students here at the college and then what they're showing in that development on a national level. Additionally, students are not only actively engaged beyond the classroom, but they serve in several organizations advocating for our profession, even testifying in some instances before legislators to help shape pharmacy policy. In fact, I have to lead too. And so a couple of weeks ago, I had the honor and privilege of updating members of the South Carolina House of Representatives on hemp, on cannabis. I provided an unbiased, scientifically based testimony that was designed to help legislatures understand the U.S. Farm Bill, its intent, and subsequent downstream effects that included the unintentional legalization of some derivatives of THC. And my intent was not to pick a side, but rather to provide information to those individuals of the South Carolina General Assembly so they can make informed decisions when they vote on proposed legislation. It was an honor to serve the state in that capacity, and I look forward to providing other service to members of our General Assembly.
And as you mentioned, leading by example and taking an active role, what thoughts do you have for our alumni to be able to step into those roles and to help educate our students and lead them into the profession?
I really appreciate that question. The alumni are so important to us. They're important to me. They're important to the College of Pharmacy. They play a critical role in the development of our students. They make an enormous difference in the development of students. They offer this through mentoring, experiential opportunities. They share career pathways, and they model what leadership looks like on the state and national level. And our students learn best when they see good examples of leadership. So I'm deeply impressed with the support that the alumni provides the College of Pharmacy. And I would say I'm extremely proud of the college. I'm proud of what it did last year, what it's done over the past 10 years. I'm excited about what 2026 is going to bring for us. But moreover, I'm grateful for the community and the positive impact it has on our college and what our college is doing for the community as well.
I'm going to throw one last question at you. And you've answered this one before, but what does it mean to be a Gamecock pharmacist?
Oh, I would have to say that's probably the most incredible recognition for anyone to have. I worked at 4 other universities, and this is by far the best university I've ever worked with. The College of Pharmacy is a very special place, and to have that recognition, to be a USC College of Pharmacy Gamecock Pharmacist is just a remarkable title for anyone to have, and I'm proud to serve this college.
Dean Cutler, thank you so much for taking some time to share with us your insights about how the college is moving the profession forward. making sure that our students are prepared to be tomorrow's leaders and innovators. And thank you for joining us for this edition of the USC College of Pharmacy Gamecock Pharmacy Podcast. Stay up to date with the latest in pharmacy education and innovation by following us on iHeartMedia, Spotify, and YouTube, where you can explore our full library of episodes. Until next time, remember, the future of pharmacy begins here at USC.